I know that energy prices are going to be going through the roof.
I understand that, peak hours, higher consumption, they'd have to build new generating stations.
If you're using power, at night as opposed to the heavy times during the day, maybe that's going to help out a little bit.
We have to do something, so I guess smart meters is one kind of answer to help people to use their energy more wisely.
If it was up to me, I wouldn't have a meter at all.
Everything can't go on the way it is. There are limited resources, not just in this province, but across the world. We must become a much more conservation-oriented society. So smart meters and smart meter technology is hand in glove with our future.
So what we have is a situation where the top 1% of the hours of the year account for as much as 10, maybe even 20% of the system peak demand.
We haven't built a lot of new power plants in a while, and we're in a period of growth. We need to be able to sustain that growth.
There are the outages, there is customer dissatisfaction with the level of service, and there are the cost drivers. All of those have led to this convergence of interest on what we are now calling the smart grid. In general, the biggest motivation for customers to respond is an economic incentive.
They're running their furnace, running their electricity, and it's costing them money. So that's when most people have incentive to cut back.
Other people will do it because they are altruistic, they are more green, they are environmentally conscious.
Conservation is important. I mean, we are borrowing the planet from the next generation, are we not?
In order to reach the large number of customers, the millions that we have in the United States and Canada, we need a price signal.
People definitely want things like smart meters. I mean, I think anything that you gives you a little bit more control over how you use your electricity, or certainly your bill.
If I can conserve a few pennies and put it to where I want, I'm for that too.
It's a gradual thing. It doesn't just happen, right? Because we're all used to a certain lifestyle, but
we started this project back in 2005 before people were even talking about smart grid.
That's what our vision is about, is getting to our customers and making it a customer-friendly, two-way form of communication.
Grid is not just a meter. Grid is not just the customer. Grid is the power lines that start from the power plant, go through the transmission towers, then go through the distribution circuits, and then finally connect to the house. So there's a lot of miles and miles and miles of wire that has to become smart before the grid can actually be called a smart grid.
Unless someone calls us, or unless we're really lucky when we get out there and look for a problem, it is very difficult.
So what the smart grid is going to do is the power will still be flowing, but it'll flow much more intelligently. It will know, for example, if a customer suddenly lost power.
The tree falling on the line is now going to be heard.
The smart grid will immediately tell the grid operator that house or houses went out.
You could have all sorts of different mobile devices for automatic vehicle location capabilities, monitoring where that truck is and where that worker is at all times.
Customer service will be so much better, and we'll be able to send our crews out, and they'll be more responsive.
This is not only about the smart grid, it's about linking the smart grid to the smart home.
Choosing no is not an option. We have to do something about our energy consumption.
maybe along with the smart meter it could be sort of like a thing on your TV set, and then when your beer fridge kicks in the basement.
It could be a little bell or reminder and saying, hey, you've had your air conditioner on for this long today, open some windows.
This is about making it easier for the consumer to do the right thing.
They will have the ability to know at a particular time of day how much power is being used by these various devices. It will tell them which device is using the most power. It will tell them what they can cut back and what they can use more.
As far as the grid goes, that people get excited about is the fact that power can go both ways. It gives you the ability to add something back in, and if you're doing that in an environmental way, I mean, that's amazing.
The coolest thing about this Hydro One project is that it's happening.
We are proceeding cautiously with proven technology to make sure that we are leaving open enough doors to bring forward the next innovation.
The smart grid means different things to different people. It is still evolving.
You'll have electric cars, you'll have mobile assets and distributed resources.
It is about digital technologies that have helped us as consumers with our cell phones and our laptops and every other aspect of our life.
It is a reality. It is something that is going to happen.
It's the first of its kind in North America.
And it is going to transform our customer relationship. And we think that that's a very exciting way to enter the next decade.